Have you ever found yourself in a financial crisis? Felt the panic rising as you realize you're out of cash and the bills are piling up? It's a common problem, one that leaves many of us feeling helpless and stressed. But what if there was a solution? A safety net that could catch you when you fall? That, my friends, is where an emergency fund comes in. An emergency fund can be your lifeline during tough times. So how do you start one? Starting an emergency fund might seem daunting, but it's simpler than you might think. Like any journey, it begins with a single step, setting a target. How much do you need to feel financially secure? The answer varies for everyone, but a good rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses tucked away. Now, don't be overwhelmed by that figure. Remember, you're not expected to reach your goal overnight. The key is to start small. Instead of focusing on the total amount, concentrate on setting aside a manageable sum every week or month. It could be as little as the cost of your daily cup of coffee. The idea is to make saving a habit, a part of your lifestyle, and that brings us to the next crucial step, making regular contributions. This is where discipline comes into play. Set up a direct deposit or automatic transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund. That way, you're less likely to skip or forget about it. Consistency is the magic ingredient here. It's not about how much you save, but how regularly you do it. And believe me, it's a rewarding feeling to see your safety net gradually expand. With determination and regular contributions, your emergency fund will start to grow. But where should you keep this money? Now that you're building your emergency fund, you need a safe and accessible place to keep it. You might be wondering, why can't I just keep it in my regular savings account? Well, keeping your emergency fund separate from your usual savings or checking account is crucial. It helps avoid the temptation of dipping into it for non-emergencies. So, where should you stash your emergency fund? A high-yield savings account is a great option. It keeps your money safe, separate, and earns you interest over time. Another option is a money market account. It's similar to a savings account, but typically offers a higher interest rate. Both these options are easily accessible, meaning you can withdraw your money without penalties or delays when an emergency strikes. But what's most important here is accessibility. Your emergency fund is your financial safety net. It's not meant to grow into a fortune, but to cushion you in tough times. Remember, the goal is to have the funds accessible in times of need, not locked away in long-term investments. Building your emergency fund is a great achievement, but maintaining it is equally important. You see, just like a well-oiled machine, your emergency fund requires regular checkups. Think of it this way: you wouldn't drive your car for years without a service, would you? Similarly, your emergency fund needs a tune-up now and then. This helps you adjust the amount based on your changing lifestyle, unexpected expenses, or changes in your income. Maybe you've moved to a pricier neighborhood, or perhaps you've added an adorable new member to your family. These changes could heighten your financial needs in an emergency. So, how often should you review your fund? Ideally, it should be every 6 months, or at least once a year. Mark it on your calendar, set a reminder, do whatever it takes to stick to the schedule. By regularly reviewing and maintaining your fund, you ensure it's always ready to protect you from financial crises. Building and maintaining an emergency fund may not be the most exciting task, but it's one of the most important for your financial security. Let's take a moment to circle back to what we've learned. An emergency fund is more than a bank account. It's a peace of mind. It's knowing you have a safety net when life throws you a curveball. The steps are simple. Start by setting a goal, something achievable that won't overwhelm you. Make regular contributions, no matter how small. Keep your fund in a safe and accessible place, and only tap into it for genuine emergencies. Remember, consistency is key. It's not about how much you save, but how regularly you do it. Over time, you'll see your fund grow, providing a cushion for the unexpected. Take the first step towards financial security today. Start your emergency fund and let it be your safety net in times of crisis. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment on this video. Your interaction helps us create more useful content for you. Stay financially savvy